Everybody, and welcome back to Elm Creek Farming Simulator 22. We are continuing to try to get these animals in order. How is everybody been today? Adam, thank you for joining as a farm baron. Big shout out to you, buddy. Bram, thank you very much for that positive comment there. Peter, JD, Premium Power, Saffron, E10, Martin, how you doing tonight? GoldenEye, Will, I've got a question for you. How did you stumble upon that methodology video? It's not published. Yet you've got a comment. That was really confusing me this morning. Waylon, what is up? Robert Green. David, how you doing today? We are feeding sorghum to our animals, trying to get them ready to rock and roll. Corn won't be ready until October. So we are kind of stuck with what we can feed them without resorting to, buying a whole ton of just pig food. You haven't heard it, listen. Oh, this sounds get me every time. Robert, how you doing today? So I can't tell you I confirmed one thing. I changed the number of days per month, and it is September, and we have September 1. So we are at 3 days per month now, just to do a little bit of a test. So tonight when we sleep, it should say September 2 in the morning. The real show is going to start in about 7 minutes, but boy, the real show is going to be starting in 5 hours, people. That's it. 5 hours to go until the global release, Farming Simulator 22, off the Giants website. Hope if you've ordered from there that you have started your preload. Folks are telling me the downloads are slow. No real information as to what might be going on. Just if you haven't started the preload download from Giants, if you've ordered it from there, I would suggest going ahead and maybe getting that started. If you have bought it on console, then it's going to release at midnight your time, November 22nd. So depending on where you are in the world, you could actually get it before Giants if you are ahead of them in time frame. You can see here our sorghum, how it's cutting it. It's taking just the top bit of the plant, leaving a fair bit of extra. I'm thinking about maybe coming through and mulching this and just seeing what happens at some point. And I know there's been some comments. No one's played with potatoes. Well, we're going to do some potatoing today. We're going to play potato with this thing. Because no one else has. And of course, we have potatoes. Oh, look at that. We're getting all kinds of fun stuff. Polyon precision farming is not part of the base game. Precision farming will be an add-on that will come in the spring of 2022, is the estimation. Basically, precision farming was a thing too late in the game to be in the game for FS22. Lots of folks don't realize that there is a fairly long dev cycle to game development. And even though precision farming came out a year ago, in essence, a year ago is too late to be in the game. So it will be an add-on that will come in the spring. So I know lots of folks have made the comparison that enhanced AI helper, well, Giant saw how popular autodrive was and they just tossed it in the game. No way. Enhanced AI helper and its ability to drive around and do things, I guarantee you that was planned from Giants long before autodrive was ever released. It just so happens that a mod like autodrive, mod like Courseplay, which has been around since 2015 at least, does that functionality. I can imagine that Giants saw the popularity of Courseplay in 2015 and 2017 and elected at that time to see if they could incorporate it into the game for 2022. That would be my guess. If you play without seasons, it will not use the calendar. No. It will not use the plant harvest calendar. Let's narrow that down. So if we go here to the settings, and if we go to seasonal growth and we say no, we're playing normal. Okay, no turns off the plant and harvest calendar. You can plant whatever you want, whenever you want, and harvest whatever you want, whenever it's ready. If you set it to paused, that's the same as setting growth to stopped in FS19, to turn growth off. So with seasonal growth paused, there will be no growth on the map, period. Okay? Now, visuals month. If you turn seasonal growth off, you can change this to be whatever month you want, and that is what the environment looks like. That's how the lighting is. That's how the trees look. If you wanted to play a permanent winter, you could set it so that the visual month was winter, and you could turn seasonal growth off, and you could plant and harvest all day long, and the trees and the lighting would always be winter. Maybe you wanted to be permanent autumn, so you had the nice pretty colors. You could do that by setting the fixed visual month to whatever month you want and turning seasonal growth off. If seasonal growth is on, then yes, the crop calendar is in effect. Permanent visual winter. If seasonal growth is off, it's not permanent winter as in you can't do anything. It's permanent visual winter. If you wanted that, you could do it. I can see that's going to need to be an early video. If you want to pre-order a physical disc, if you go to Giant's website, then it will basically say something like physical copy, and then it will redirect you probably to a retailer based on your geography, your geographic location. You could go straight to a retailer like Steam, or not Steam, but Amazon. Physical retailers like Walmart, GameStop, depending on what country you're in. stream. Are you talking about the build mode and all of that way back at FarmCon? Hey everybody, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We are here on Elm Creek, and we are working on getting our animals squared away. I want to see if they produce manure. There aren't any manure heaps on any of these animal pens. There are slurry areas, but no manure heaps. We do have manure storage as a placeable. I'm a little curious to see if we have to put that down before we get manure to spawn or anything. So at FarmCon, they were over here. They're at this field right here. They're doing work here. They had built out a silo right here because we could see this in the background. This is the road that they came down. And they were probably working in one of these fields. Probably this field here would be my guess. So looking at the PDA, that is field 29, 21, and 20. Yes, you can borrow money. I have absolutely no idea how much money you can borrow. I haven't tried that. Bandit 2015, thank you very much for your $5 super chat. Where are we with our... All right, you are good. We're not going to feed you anymore. I'm not really worried about you. You're over the other side of the map. You're doing pretty decent. This is the Lily milk machine, our feeding machine. We don't really need to top them off at all. We need wheat, barley, or sorghum. Okay, so we'll give chickens sorghum the next load. I want to get this field done and then I'll sleep into morning. Oh, there's the deer. Oh dear, it's a deer. So guys, if things go well, I should have map videos ready for release tonight. I've got 2 of them recorded and uploaded. I've got 1 more to do. I'm going to try to also put together a farm sim review video and have it ready. And I might release that either after our live stream tonight or in the morning. We'll just have to see. 5 hours to go. 4 hours, 54 minutes. It's closer to 5 hours, so yeah. How you doing, Bree? If I didn't say hey. HS, how are you doing today? Before I forget, this video is brought to you by Zach Schwartz. Thank you for being a farm baron. see. While we wait on this guy, let's just go. Get this thing over where we need to take it. Oh boy, that thing has got an interior. You cannot transport the chickens. You have to buy them at the chicken coop. Graham, I have absolutely no idea if the animals die or not. Oh, really, Rob and Rob? They were saying that consoles would release at midnight your time. That would be 2 hours ahead of midnight your time. Well, Ravenhawk, you need to get some sleep. That way you can get up bright and early at 3 a.m., right? Oh, sorry, Zach. But happy belated birthday. I mean, Rabbit Rob, should say 11 hours. Well, yeah, it should say. What, you're an hour behind me? 2 hours behind me? Wait, did I pass it? Oh, it's right here. Potatoes, ready to remove foliage. I got a little bit more straw over here. You hear our crickets? Steam's being released 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. It would be nice if the volumes were a little bit louder. I've got the game turned all the way up. Thomas B., what platform? So, basically 11 hours from now. About the what? Steam? Giants website? Well, Thorsgard Farming Simulator 22 is releasing on November 22nd. Just like Farming Simulator 19 released on November 19th. They just have a little fun play of numbers. I personally didn't even realize that Farm Sim 19 released on the 19th until probably about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. When I went back and was... when I was trying to get some rough numbers on channel subscribers when FS19 released. So I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. I didn't even realize that FS19 released on November 19th. So FS22 is releasing on November 22nd. So that just happens to be Monday morning. Now, for a player, releasing at the start of a work week is bad, right? But for a company, starting at the beginning of the work week is ideal because you have your full labor force on staff ready to respond to, in theory, support questions, technical issues. That's when you want to do things. You don't want to release it on Friday, going into a weekend where some of your maybe key staff are not going to be around. You want to release it at the start of the work week. Rabbit Rob with a $20 super chat. I am amazing. Well, thank you very much. You are amazing. I am merely a pawn in this game. You are the amazing one. FS19 got pushed back because of Call of Duty. Where did you hear this? Where did you hear this nonsense? You really think people who play Call of Duty also play Farm Sim? I don't know about that. Yeah, we can take a look at those, Thomas. Yeah, the last day you never want to make major changes on a Friday. You don't want to release new software on a Friday. You don't want to, I mean, ideally you don't want to dump a new system patch on Friday. Let's see if this will, see if I can dump straw here. Okay, that worked. Oh, my beacon just turned on. Because, of course, the beacon was on from the AI guy. And the next thing I know, the beacon turns on and lights the room up. If you haven't seen it, I posted a YouTube short the other day of the beacon in action. Now at well, in 4 hours and 45 minutes, I'm going to be hosting a release party live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern My Time. That is exactly when it should activate for everyone that bought it from the Giants eShop. And at that point, we're going to be on probably a fresh save of this map. Maybe a fresh save. We'll see. Yeah, probably it needs to be a fresh save because I've got that Z-Torn Black Beauty. And we're going to have it open for multiplayer. You got to be a member of the Discord in order to get the connection information and join in voice chat. I need to get over there. All right, we're going off-roading. I don't really care, Ravenhawk. It's potatoes. It's not like this save is going to last very long anyway. Tough choices, huh? Let's feed these chickens. There are some, nothing that old. No, the Z-Tor is a extra content tractor. It's not part of the base game. It was some content that you can unlock with the collector's edition. How much food are you going to take, chickens? Daggone, took the whole load. I was not expecting them to take the whole load. Well, okay. Darren, what's up? City Flyer. There we are. Here we have, I guess. Oh, this is drainage. That's cool. That's what that is. That's drainage. This is sorghum. No, that's already harvested. I know I've got another sorghum field around here. 41. 41. Ted Martin, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I am a good farmer. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yep. So we're at 3-day months. So we're jumping 10 days at a time. So now it's September 11th as opposed to September 2. Thomas B, there are collectibles back again. And this map has 100 collectibles. They are wooden toys. The French map has 20 collectibles that are console game cartridges. And I'm not really sure on Erlengrot yet. I haven't looked. You fly over map, like Darren said, with the dev console. There's already a how-to video out there on my channel on how to do that. So once you get the game, you can get that accomplished quickly. GoldenEye, I have no idea. I have had no opportunity to even entertain the idea of looking for them. I've found several. Just kind of in my streams here and in the map tours, but I have no idea what happens if you get them all. Oh, listen to this thing. Dang, it's a process. Alright, we'll get this thing started. Out its animations. All right, so you want to see painting of textures. Sure. We'll do that right here. Shift P takes you into the new landscaping tool. There I am, thankfully just clueless to what I'm about to do. We go to landscaping, painting. We have animal mud. There's animal mud. We have asphalt. We have dirt. Forest ground. Grass. And gravel. So there's your animal mud. This says asphalt. I call it concrete. Just plain dirt. Forest ground. Grass. And gravel. Now, separate of the ground painting texture, we have plants. So now we can plant grass. And the underlying texture is whatever we put underneath it. We can plant some conifer, whatever they are, little flowers. And daylilies. We have several bushes. Like several bushes. And once again, each map appears to have its own set of paintable things. And then we have trees. And like a lot of trees. A lot of trees. And then each map is going to have its own trees also. So you can see we have grass, and then our dirt mud is, our animal mud is underneath it, right? We have grass on concrete. That doesn't look so good. Grass on dirt. Grass on forest floor. And grass on grass. And then grass on gravel. And the same with the, you know, with the bushes. Placing a bush on gravel doesn't change the underneath. So you could really mix and match things visually. That's right, Alex. They did a blog post. I did a video about bees' knees a few weeks ago. Bees will pollinate flowering crops. So those crops consist of sunflowers, potatoes, and cotton. Those are the three flowers that, or those are the three crops that flower. And as such, if you have bees within range of those crops, you will get a yield bonus as a result of the bees pollinating those crops. Each bee house has a unique range to it, and we will go and take a look at that here right now once I figure out where I put all my bees. They're all over here. They're behind me. So here we have all the different bee houses you could put down. And if we bring up the F1 menu, oh no, it's down there. So the big bee house has a range of 150 meters. The smaller large bee house, 100 meters. These two bee houses, 75, 50, and 25 meters. And then there is a placeable... Where's my other bees? There is a placeable... Here they are. Honey pallet that you put down. And honey will spawn at the honey pallet. So here we have a full... Sorry, here we have a full honey pallet. It is too heavy to pick up, 234 kilograms. And then we placed this fence. If you haven't seen, fence placing is basically just super simple. We're going to go to decoration, fences. Let's pick a fence. And we want to fence this in. Click. Fence. Fence. Oops. And it snaps. There you go. Now I've just fenced that in. You want to put a gate in? Well, you just stop your fence. You get this gate that matches. You find the node it snaps to, and then you plop your fence in, or your gate. Done. You cannot landscape once a fence is placed. A fence will conform to the land before it is placed, but it will not allow you to change the land after it's been placed. Let's go back and get our trailer. I want to keep an eye on the clock because the Lily feed robot comes out at the top of every hour. And somebody had commented about seeing the cows get excited when I was adding food. That is definitely a thing. The animals definitely get excited when you bring them food. Lone Wolf, I don't think it matters. Because you can only place one honey pallet on the map. I tried to put another one down over by those other places, and it said there can be only one. The Highlander of honey pallets. So I think any honey pallet spawn point anywhere will cause honey to spawn there. I can't fathom I got that much honey from one beehive in the course of 3 game days. It was this with 3 fields. These 2 fields up by the street and the field behind the bin. Diablo del Toro, well, happy Sunday to you too. Glad to have you here for our... Well, here's where we're doing some other fun painting and such. You cannot go into other buildings. In fact, you cannot even go into your own farmhouse, which is sad. Up. Come on. Come on. Oh, here it comes. All right, so there's the feeding robot doing its thing. It's getting silage. I would give you a better view, but there isn't one. It drops the gate over there. And then it's getting a load of straw. Yeah, Zach, I've got the scoring methodology video uploaded and just sitting there. I'm going to release it and all the map videos at the same time. Then I get some hay. And it does this every hour. And now the doors don't open. And here comes the robot. And are you guys gonna come on inside here and get all excited? Did anybody tell you, hey, here comes the food machine? All right, I'm serious. They get excited. Maybe they're not excited now because it's 9 o'clock in the morning or something. In theory, this is also supposed to clean the area. I don't know, maybe I don't have enough cows really to dirty it up. And when you feed, it no longer raises the entire food plane. It only raises it where it's being actually dispensed. So the robot here dispenses its food. And then when it gets to the end, it's empty. And then it goes and parks and waits for the next load. That's how that works. All right. Back over here. I don't think it is. No, otherwise I'd have hit it. I can hide the entire hood, which includes the crosshair. No idea if animals die, RC. No idea. I would say probably not, because there's been some animals we fed a few days, or bought a few days ago, that we haven't gotten around to feeding yet. Yeah, I mean, overall, the game is rated for everyone. So, you know, there's certain topics that you don't necessarily broach when you make a game that is available for all age groups. You don't go into ultra detail on reproduction. You don't go into ultra detail on life cycle. Lots of things are possible for sure. Just remember, it's a whole new game. Giants has changed back-end scripting functions in such a way that it's not going to be just a simple drop procedure to drop in. Oh, there, look, they're getting excited. They haven't eaten anything in days. Oh, is that one full? That one's full. Okay. You take sorghum and oats so we can put more food in the horses. They just take grass or hay. They're good. They're getting better because of mixed rations. They're nearly full. They're good. Oh, okay. All right, so let's go put this in here for the cows. Now, something else that's interesting is only the outside pastures seem to require water. Seems like the other buildings must just automatically supply water, because you don't have to water anything that's not that's in a building. Oh, here's my wool. So this is what our new wool pallets look like. And then, if you haven't seen the new egg pallets, there's the new egg pallets. Yep, the buildings have plumbing, so you don't need to water them. Later, David. It's a Giants Engine 9. So, like, for example, all of the dev consoles commands, if you're familiar with the GS hide HUD and flight mode command, whatever that was by memory, that command doesn't function anymore. It's totally different. Now there's a hide HUD command and a player flight command. They are separate. So all of your console commands have changed. So if GTX is going to release a new version of the easy dev controls, it's going to have to basically redo all of it so that it is calling the proper new functions. Walking with white-tailed deer. There's only one version of the game. The other version that you may be looking at includes the yearly season pass. So there's Farming Simulator 22. That's what's coming out in basically 4 hours and 15 minutes. There is the season pass, which is just an add-on for the base game. And then there is a bundle, which is the base game and the season pass. There's a physical collector's edition that is physical media that is different. It is a limited release boxed set with some extras included. That's about it. All right, that is done. Alex, it's releasing at 6 p.m. Eastern off the Giants website. That's what we're counting down to. The Collector's Edition does not come with the Season Pass. Season Pass is for everyone, all platforms. So that, I think we may have hit our weight. Look, yep. Bruce, thank you for becoming a farmhand, buddy. Thanks for joining the channel. So if you look down there at the bottom, you can see that we have 7,493 liters of potatoes. But it's only 93% full, but it says max. So we have reached our weight limit for the trailer because we configured it to limit the volume based on weight as opposed to based on capacity. So we have reached our weight limit and the tires are all scooched. Tires are squashed down. So we've reached our weight limit of the trailer with our potatoes. Different fill types have different weight. So some trailers you can fill to the max volume without a problem. Other fill types will not be able to be filled to max volume because of their weight. Scooter's workbench is excited. Well, then you can just turn that off so it just fills it based on volume. It's all fine. That's the beauty of Farm Sim 22 is you can turn things on and off to suit how you want to play. You cannot overfill a trailer. Of course, if you play with XML, you can do whatever you want. If you want this trailer to hold 1 million liters, then fine, but you're going to have a hard time finding a tractor to pull 1 million liters worth of weight. Hay and straw does not deteriorate as far as I know. Think of seasonal cycles as a more simplified seasons mod. It should not be thought of as they carry forward seasons the mod into the game and just change the name. It is a whole new product. Charlie, farmer, thank you for becoming a farm baron, buddy. Oh, that didn't take long. The little tater goes a long way. Just a little shot. All right. Now let's do this. Let's try this. Prices, potatoes, Gold Crest. Oh, that's the train station. Well, I guess we could do the train station. All right. Fuel usage, I assume, is like 19. The only options are low and normal. if we're gonna mess with potatoes, we're gonna need a bigger trailer. I think part of fuel usage issue is fuel is consumed based on real-time engine hours. And engine hours are based on real time. So if you run this tractor for an hour of real time, you'll rack up 1 engine hour. But most of the time we play our game with an accelerated game clock, like we have now, 5 times speed. So if we play this game for an hour, 5 game hours passes, but only 1 real hour has passed. So we only have 1 hour on our tractor, but we have 5 hours worth of work done, right? So if we look at the fact that typically a tractor in the game might run out of fuel every 20 hours or so, between 15 to 20 tractor hours. If you play real time, that's refueling your tractor once a day, which I think is realistic. If you work a day, you need to fill it at the end of the day or the beginning of the next day. That's how I recall things working. But oftentimes we play with that accelerated clock. I want to use this because I want to be stupid and we haven't had a chance to use this yet. Let me see here. Does this direct seed? Plant. Oh, I leased it. It doesn't say. All right, let's get something fun. Let's get a disc. Oh, that's big. Ace, A-line. Huh. I think you have to sell milk. Or you take milk to the bakery. You can take milk to the bakery if you want. If you own the bakery, then you make use of it. This thing's just puttering along. All right, we started this because I needed... Where's my black beauty at? There it is. Let's go get a big trailer. Well, Podtech, thank you very much. I want to sell those potatoes over at the Goldcrest Valley sell point, which is off the map. So we're going to need to rent the train. We have to rent the train for an hour to make use of selling the potatoes. Oh, really? That's interesting, Alex. Hey, take advantage of whatever discounts you can get, right? Oh, my beacon's turned on. So how many of you all, raise your hand, how many of you all are going to play with the beacon when you get your collector's editions? Be honest. How many are just going to sit there and turn the beacon on and off and giddy like little girls? Are you flipping serious? I drive all the way over here because I forget. I forgot to buy this stupid trailer. That is definitely no joke, Alex. Definitely no joke. So if you can get it at a sort of Black Friday discount, have at it. Diane, I'll tell you in about 4 hours. I can't rate the game right now. But I can tell you that if you enjoyed FS 19, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't enjoy FS 22. Potatoes? Do you hold potatoes? Let's do this. Let's do it. We have to completely go get a different truck. Forget the Black Beauty. We're gonna use this side dump trailer. It's okay. The Mac is right over here. Yeah, I don't think anyone was said about this side dump trailer. It just showed up in the equipment list. So I have over 3,600 hours on 19, and 19 is well worth it, right? I kind of hope that they would have the fancy animated coverings. There you go, Ravenhawk. Now we're at 4 hours. Now, remember, things have to be running. Oh, thought I was in it. Your tractors and stuff have to run to unload. We'll look at the key bindings here in a minute. Let me get this started back. I like how this is continuing to fill, even though we're not in the crop, because the product is still, you know, in the machine. So key bindings, you're going to go to your keyboard control screen. And then we have down here your gearing options somewhere. Where is it? Here you go. Vehicle gearbox. So you've got your clutch, shift up, shift down. Then you have your individual gears. If you want to map gears 1 through 8 to actual keys, or if you have an actual shifter, you could go straight from gear 1 to gear 4 to gear 7. If you had a H gear shifter. Shift group up 1, up and down. This is where you're going to change your gearing groups. Then you have gear group 1, 2, 3, and 4. Change direction, forward and back. Then you have forward direction and backward direction. So all types of different commands, because we have, what the heck is that? Because you have different transmissions. You have a manual transmission, you have manual with power shift, you have a CVT transmission, and they all work a little bit different. The Frijol, no, it does not. Giants is a completely separate system than Steam. This is a side dump trailer. Well, this is indeed. Oh, somebody asked about collectibles? Well, one's right here. Little wooden combine. When you get up to a collectible, you get close to it, it's going to say collect. R. Boom. And we now have $1,000. Collect all the collectibles. I don't know what happens when you collect them all. So some places use Steam as their delivery agent. Giants does not. If you buy it directly from Giants, you'll be downloading the keys, the game from them. All right, let's go see this thing dump. So you are on your own to keep track of your keys. So for some, that is the only reason that they go through Steam, is so they don't have to worry about it. Steam just keeps track of everything, which is totally fine. You never know, Chaser, right? You never know. Genetic J, that is a very good idea. What I do is I do something similar. Is I put the actual download and a text file with the key in a folder, and I stick it up on cloud storage. So I have, in essence, multiple folders within a, let's say, a Farm Sim 19 folder that has all the DLCs and all of the downloads, and then I keep track of that. If there's an update, I'll put the new update up there. All right, let's see this thing dump. I don't know which way it's... I guess it dumps that way. Alright. Oh, look. Oh, it could dump either way. So, you. Oh, I was hoping that that orange thing indicated the dump side, and if I hit U and made it to the right, it would change. Why have you only done part of the field? SCB, what's up? Well, Jacer, the updates part is now automatic with Giants. Giants now has automatic incremental updates. So when you launch the game, if it is going to require an update, there'll be a little box pop-up that comes up that basically says, there's an update available. Do you want to apply it now or later? And if you hit now, then boom, there you go. If you select later, then later it is. Cookie! 3 hours and 48 minutes. Foster X. No, I'm on PC. Zach's cow, that is correct. Just a few hours to go. There we go. Swift TV, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub, buddy. That's correct. Midnight is the 22nd. Zach's cow, it's supposed to release at 3 a.m. Eastern on the 22nd, according to the information Giants posted yesterday or Friday. So it's going to release basically 9 hours after Giants releases it on their website. Oh, we're just going to pull your way over this bridge. Oops. Fred, well, it depends on what platform. If you're bought it from Giants, they'll release in 3 hours and 44 minutes for everyone. If you bought it from Steam, then you'll need to check the Giants infographic related to when that's going to release for your time zone. I doubt you're going to have mods on release, given the fact that no one has access to the Giants editor until at the earliest tomorrow morning, or whenever Giants releases the Giants editor. You definitely won't have mods on console because, well, I highly doubt Giants is going to be approving mods on day one, since again, no one has had the Giants editor yet. But in all honesty, people really need to take some time to understand how the game functions before they start dumping a ton of mods in that change, in essence, essential gameplay. What really frustrates me is someone that has not touched the game until there are enough mods to satisfy themselves. And then before they even start the game, they toss a bunch of mods in. And then they complain about how the game doesn't work right. But it's not the game that's changing it, it's the mods that they've picked have explicitly changed how their gameplay is working. But since they have no basis of how the game should function, all they can do is blame the game on the mod or mods that they're using is what is really actually causing their gameplay differences. Yeah, there's no hitch back here. I could definitely see that being something that gets added, a A/B variant to this. I mean, I can't tell you how many people have left comments on the Hoff-Bergman map videos about how their version doesn't do something that mine did. And why is that? And all I can tell them is it's probably a mod that you have activated. Well, which one is it? Well, I don't know. I don't know what mods you have activated. I haven't tried every permeable option of mods. I can tell you when I played the map, I used only the mods that came with the map and very few extra mods. And that's what you really need to do. Sometimes some of the most interesting mod conflicts come about that you wouldn't have put, 1 and 2 together. All right, we're going to finish this field. The old-fashioned way. Yeah, getting used to the escape screen and navigating things. I mean, it's going to change how I do my map videos because it's not as easy to flow from one thing to the next. We did spading yesterday. It's not so fun. Lots of rocks show up. Very much so, right? 3 hours and 38 minutes. Derek, I am playing with a eShop downloaded copy. So downloaded from Giants. I'll tell you one real nice thing about the prices screen, which will help answer Sebastian's question, is if you go to the prices screen now, you'll notice we have buying and selling, right? So these stores are buying product. And there, the gas station is selling product. So if you have a website, a place that is selling slurry, it would say selling. If you have a place that's buying slurry, it would say buying. There's nobody that sells slurry on Elm Creek. Derek, I mean, whatever floats your boat, right? So, yes, it releases, you must be on the West Coast. So, it releases 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or 3 a.m. Eastern Time on Steam, which would be midnight for you. It will release at 3 p.m. Eastern Time off the Giants website. The biggest difference between the two is that if you buy it and download it from the Giants website, you and you alone will be expected to keep track of your game key. So Giants will email you your install key, your activation key. Should you ever need to reactivate or reinstall the game, that is on you to have that information. Steam takes a lot of that out of it and basically keeps track of all that for you. So you really don't need to keep track of it. So just think to yourself, do I want to have to keep track of this key? Am I okay with keeping track of the key? Or do I just want to not worry about it and let Steam have it? And the fact that the game is released 9 hours later isn't that big of a deal. I wouldn't call them lazy just because they want to play with mods. It's just, I would say that it's not the most effective thing to do, because mods can adversely change your gameplay experience. So if you don't know how the gameplay is supposed to happen, then when your gameplay is changed as a result of using mods, you don't necessarily realize it. I mean, one reason some folks have in the past not purchased from Giants is that when there were updates, you had to download the entire thing again. There was a massive update file you had to download. But what Giants is doing with this release is they have incremental updates. So now you only download the bits that have changed, which is pretty much like what Steam does. On console, yes, Andrew. Giants said that it was going to release at midnight, your local time, on console platforms. It's possibly released on Steam over there too. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to the infographic for that area. All right, Orion, thanks for dropping by and saying hi. I'm not worried about that little bit in the harvester. Redeemed Farmer, well, hello to you too. How are you doing today? So yeah, if you're on console and you are in front of Giants, as far as your time zone, you will be able to get the game before it releases from Giants. Because it sounds like consoles are unlocking at midnight your time. Yeah, Giants is 1 hour ahead of UK. Because we are on the east coast of the US. 5 hours behind the UK, and Giants is 6 hours in front of me. My guess is it's no matter what, Carrie. That even if you didn't pre-order it, it'll be available. All right, here we go here to this explanation mark. There's a couple scattered around a minute. Rent train for an hour. Yes, I want to rent a train for an hour. Train is due to arrive soon. Well, we'll just stand around here and wait. While we wait, let's look at potatoes. And we have Goldcrest Valley. Let's tag it. Show price fluctuations. You can see we're in September. So prices are on the rise. Technically, if we held the product until January, we would have our best price. Okay. Red means the product price is falling. Green means the product price is rising. Oh, here comes the train. We were doing some stonework over on the French map yesterday. Let's see here. It is. Ha ha! That big pop is. All right, there's all our taters. Okay. Now, it says the self... Oh, what's this? Yes. There we go. We got our money. $36,000. So we have our wool pallet. We have our eggs. Do we have any manure? Let's check our animals out. Selling. Selling. Why does it say selling? So let's go over here. There's nothing to interact with in here. This is the milk trigger. Why does it say selling? So you have your slurry point here. All right, let's go back. We have a little bit of slurry, a little bit of milk. Why does it say selling? No reproduction because everything's under that age, I guess. I mean, we have eggs spawning, but it says selling too. Oh my god, I'm dumb. That's the price if you sold them. Okay. So you can see there's no manure. But if we go to build mode and we go to silos, there is a manure heap. Silo to store manure. So if I put that like here, if I put it here, now what does it do? Manure 0. I want to see if it if we start getting manure. All right, so let's go to the farmhouse and sleep. I've got something at the farmhouse. There we go. We got straw. Okay, September 21. See, we have straw. There's their feeding robot doing its thing. Doing its thing. Zero liters. Well, Breeze plays. I try to say hi to everybody that shows up. So, yeah, we'll have to mess with that a little bit more. Figure that on out. Kivo88, thank you for joining the channel with a subscription. Can't pick that up with our hand. It's okay. Well, we learned that riding horses is much faster than it is in 19. Oh, come on. And when you place... Well, that was fun. When you place a fenced area like this animal area, if the land is not flat, the fence will conform to the land. And you can see we've already rode 10% of our requirement. The faster you ride, the faster that number ticks up. So now it's ticking up about every second. So you could literally ride around the block and be done. So we are already at 50%. Right there. So unlike the 5 minutes of riding time in 19, it's much shorter. Well, thank you for the sub. Breeze plays. I've heard about the Battlefield launch. I heard that folks were not happy. There we go. And of course we brush them like normal. There we go. Mulch. We said we were going to mulch something, didn't we? Mulchers. Oh, let's see here. I don't really know what this thing does, but hey, let's use it. Do we have anything? Well, I guess we'll use this overpowered Black Beauty. So the largest cow machine or cow area is the only one that has the Lily milk machine. I was muted, Ravenhawk. I was muted. Because I'm counting down when it releases on the Giants website. Steam releases 9 hours later. So Giants will release at midnight CET, which is at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then Steam will release at 3 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So that's 9 hours later. Yeah, in the bigger scheme of things, 9 hours is not that much time. When you factor in that the game is going to be out for years. See what our ground looks like. Rolled. Oh, it's still unfolding. Oh, there we go. Now we get a rolled ground texture. Oh, let's do this. Let's take a look at the increased terrain angles. There you go, folks. With the increased terrain angles. Pretty darn good looking, if you ask me. I know there were folks that had commented in my videos before. I don't play any map that doesn't have MTA. Well, now, in essence, every map has MTA because, well, they increase the terrain angles. It's not as many degrees as some maps have been in the past, but it looked like a pretty nice circle to me. Caden Hall, it releases in 3 hours and 10 minutes on the Giants website, which releases at midnight CET, November 22nd. I am 6 hours behind midnight CET, so for me, it will release at 6 p.m. today. If you are on the Pacific coast of the U.S., it releases at 3 p.m. today. If you happen to be ahead of CET, then it releases after midnight. So it all depends on where you are in the world. That is from the Giants website. If you bought off of Steam, then it will release later. Approximately 9 hours later. Oh, this is bad news. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Console, it releases at midnight your time. So whenever it's midnight, November 22nd, your time, that's when you get it. Alright, so now let's take a look and see. The stones are going away because they're little stones. We're smashing them back down in the ground. Sweet. So we're pushing the little stones back from where they came. Getting a nice seed bed. that then we can plant our next crop in. That's by the, yeah. So, a funny thing's going to happen right at midnight, CET. That FS22 release and then a countdown is going to change to, it's out now, people. Now, you can't roll big rocks. If we had big rocks in this field, because we had maybe some deeper soil work, like cultivating brings up bigger rocks, spading will bring up bigger rocks, plowing will bring up bigger rocks. I think a disc harrow likely does not bring up rocks at all. So in essence, if you mulch, disc harrow, then roll, you get a 10% bonus because you've got 5% for mulching, 5% for rolling, and then you get your bonuses for fertilizing the fields. And then you get, obviously, your benefits for fertilizing, herbicide, and all of that. Now, before we go, because I can't run long today. I got things I gotta get done. I'll hire a helper here. So we've mulched this field. We could roll this field later. I want to show you all, in case you haven't seen it, the planted and seeded textures. Jabri, or Jabi, thank you for subbing. No idea, Carrie. No idea. And we'll go here and we'll get some seed. Sunflowers. It doesn't matter what we put in here. Oh, I heard the tops close. Oh, accident happened. Accidents happen. I bet you if we unfold it. Oh, pro player move. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, look, we can't plant corn in September. Well, for demonstration purposes, if I come down here and turn off the seasonal growth calendar, now I can plant corn in September because it's not September anymore. Now it's just the game. So there you go. That is the new planted texture. Okay. Are there any direct seeders? Yes, there should be. So the Nordstein is a power harrow and seeder combo. This machine's the cultivator. So that's also a power harrow combo. Power harrow combo there. No previous cultivating or plowing is necessary. So this is a direct seeder. Also, so let's get this. And we'll get another seed. This time we'll go with the pallet of seed. Of course it's over there. Oh, Spider Sky. What are you talking about? Am I awake? Yeah, I'm awake. Rumors of me playing all night long are sorely exaggerated. Three hours to go, everybody. 3 hours to go. Oh, look how it unloads one side and then it drops the other. So then we have our seeded texture, which looks an awful lot like the rolled texture. Right there's the difference. Now, of course, if I had fertilized it, it would be different. It's a little darker than the roll texture, okay? But it looks drastically different than the planted texture. Right, so we have planted, and then we have seeded that are now very different from each other. All right, guys, that's going to do us for our last early access stream. The next time we stream, it will be available for everyone via the Giants website. And at 6 p.m., so in 3 hours from now, we'll be streaming again. We'll be doing what we call the release party. I'll have a multiplayer session set up. I'll have connection information in the Discord, in my Discord, that players can join. We'll be in a voice chat to have fun here on Elm Creek in multiplayer. And we're going to play for 4 hours. We're going to go from 6 to 10 p.m. tonight. You need to be a member of the Discord to participate. And then tomorrow night, we're going to be giving away our final copy of Farm Sim 22 during a live stream. And then I might be taking a little bit of a break, at least from live streaming, because I have a glorious heap ton of content I need to figure out and get produced. So I'll see you all in 3 hours. Till next time, wrap up your projects on Farm Sim 19, because that baby's being put to bed.